Representative Costa.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member, for holding this Members' Day meeting. I think it's important members truly, I think, have a better idea about best investments for infrastructure in their district. I'd like unanimous consent to submit a memo that I addressed to the committee reflecting the priorities for my congressional district in the San Joaquin Valley, as well as a separate letter that I sent to the chair and the ranking member involving air traffic control towers.
Without objection.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. I want to confine my comments to a couple of areas in infrastructure, water and transportation. And under the jurisdiction of this committee, obviously there's important opportunities to, in fact, improve the qualities from a grade C to hopefully someday a B and an A, as the ranking member alluded to, in terms of the fact that we all believe that investments in America's infrastructure are the best investments that we can possibly make for long-term economic benefits. On the transportation area, I'd like to focus on State Route 152 as a component project, not only for transportation, but also for water. Funding the improvement of 152 will allow us to increase the reservoir, San Luis Reservoir, BF Sisk, to an additional 130,000 acre feet. That would be important in terms of water supply for the people of California and the people of the Valley. In addition to that, I support additional efforts to ensure that we reauthorize Ride Fast Act, which reauthorizes Intercity Passenger Rail Grant Program to fund construction for ready projects that involve intercity rail service around the country, whether it's on the East Coast, the West Coast, or somewhere in between. Let me also then focus on the WARDA funding, with one exception here. Let me walk back here to the air traffic control tower. As this committee knows, there are two kinds of control towers in this country, those owned by the FAA and those owned by usually municipalities or airport districts. I have a air control tower in our district that not only supports commercial aviation, but the Air Guards unit on the 144th. The air traffic controllers tell me that we should donate this to the Smithsonian Museum because it's a part of air transportation of the 1950s. But the fact is we need to make the improvements for TRACON system and air traffic control that are over 50 years old. So I would like to have the committee focus on the prioritization for non-FAA owned air traffic control tower so that we can move those along, and I'm not the only one in this category. Let me now move over to water projects. We talked about increasing storage for water systems in California. Pine Flat Dam spillway, if we are able to raise that by 12 feet, would increase 120,000 acre feet of storage capacity. The approval of this water project on the list, I think, has a great deal of merit. The Red Bank and Fancher Creek projects would advance managed aquifer recharge. This not only reduces flood risks for downstream communities, but also provides us to recharge our underground aquifer. Similar with a project on raising Buchanan Dam, that will also provide up to 50,000 acre feet of recharge for an area that we need to focus on. And in addition to that, we have a updated water control manual for Terminus Dam, which was last updated 2005. When we update these manuals, we increase the ability to manage flood control risk as well as actually water supply, all important goals as we look at the water needs of the people of the San Joaquin Valley. As we say, where water flows, food grows, and this is a part of an effort to increase our water supply and our flexibility with a lot of other challenges that we face there. So the important effort in terms of investing in our infrastructure and water for the long-term needs, as well as our transportation needs, whether they be air, rail, or simply providing more money to increase the efficiency and the effectiveness of moving goods and services throughout our congressional districts, I think are what we're all here about, and I think there's strong bipartisan support for. I yield back the balance of my time, and I thank the committee and we'll continue to work with both staffs, minority and majority staff, to hopefully be successful. Thank you.